Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today, I thought I'd talk about Everquest Next, which is a newly revealed MMORPG made by Sony, I believe, which is coming out probably sometime next year. They haven't actually announced a release date yet. Normally, I'm not a fan. When I hear the title Everquest, for some reason, I have this weird kind of belief that it's not a good game or something. But honestly, I don't know enough about the game to say that. I didn't play any of the previous games. But having a look and reading up on Everquest Next, I actually really am interested in this MMO. I do seem to make a lot of videos about MMOs. It's just because I find they can potentially be the best games. And obviously with Wildstar, Elder Scrolls Online, potentially a few other really cool MMOs coming out, it looks like MMOs are going to get pretty good in the next few years. So I decided to have a look at Everquest 2 before I made this video, just to sort of have a little understanding of what the game is like. It looks alright. Obviously it's quite old game. I think 2004 it was released, so I couldn't really give a proper opinion on it. It's 9 years old, but I did like the way it looked. It seems like a pretty cool game. Everquest Next, so it's being developed by Sony, I believe. It's gonna hopefully be out on next-gen consoles. A lot of people are hoping for that, some people not so much. And it's going to be a pretty big game, I think. I know there's a lot of EverQuest fans out there that have been waiting for a new one. And, I think it really seems like it's going to be a good game. So, gameplay was revealed. People have been really complaining about the art style, which I'll get into a little bit later. But let's go through my 5 reasons to be interested. So the first reason I'm interested in this game is it's an ever-changing world. I feel like I say this a lot about MMOs, that, the world changes and there's a lot of events that change the world. And a lot of games don't do this all that well. I feel as if Rift didn't do this all that well. Guild Wars 2, maybe a little bit better, but I don't think there has been a good MMO that's done that well. The game pretty much changes over weeks, months, and years, according to an article I read. So it really changes quite a lot as you play it. There might be a sort of call out for players to sort of protect a city or something, and that city might be getting attacked or something, and you have to save the city or whatever. It's a similar sort of thing we've seen in other MMOs, but the way it sort of brings players together and the way it permanently changes the game, for me, that sounds like a really cool thing, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to work. It sounds like sort of dynamic events sort of taken to the next level, which I like to hear. So the next thing is the world and the exploration in the world. Obviously, this is another thing I always talk about in MMOs, but once again, I feel like MMOs don't do this all that well. The worlds are always really cool, and they look good, but the exploration at times, I think Guild Wars 2 definitely did this well with the jumping puzzles. That was completely awesome. But in EverQuest, there is a completely destructible world, which sounds a bit weird in an MMO, I know, but pretty much you'll destroy a part of the world, and then it'll sort of fade back over time. I've got a little bit of doubts over how that's going to work. It might sort of disrupt a bit of gamers the way if they want to play sort of personally, and then suddenly there's this sort of chunk of the world sort of missing or whatever. There's a big path or something that's been damaged or whatever. It might get a little bit annoying, but I think it's awesome. I think it's cool that you could be able to see, a previous fight that went on there, and there's, destructed areas, and there was all this debris of what's happened. I think that's a really cool idea in an MMO, and for me, that's a really cool thing in an MMO. Something that's going to sort of immerse you into it, and you'll realize that you're not the only player in the game. The next thing is sort of, the world. It's a massive, massive world of what I hear. People have been sort of complaining about the looks of it. They've released a few videos as you're watching right now. It does look cartoony. A lot of people have been comparing it to WoW. Honestly, just don't worry about WoW. You don't need to compare everything to WoW. WoW was a great game, but I think this will be a great game as well. But sure, the graphics are cartoony, but personally, I kind of like it. I really don't mind that cartoony graphic sort of look. For me, that theme sort of works well for this game. So, for me, the world and the exploration in this world is going to be a really cool reason to check out this game. So the next reason you guys should be excited is the influence this game has taken from big MMOs. This can be an issue in certain games. For me, Rift, I know you can probably disagree with me, but for me, Rift felt too similar, so I didn't enjoy it all that much. Guild Wars was a sort of step forward, in my opinion. It was a big step forward in the industry, but an influence in MMOs has always been a sort of issue, but with the EverQuest Next, it does look like it's going to be quite a good thing, that they've really taken a lot of good aspects from good games and sort of put it into one awesome game. Although this isn't anything new, they've really sort of refined things from other MMOs. For example, the multi-class system. We saw this in Rift. It worked pretty well in Rift. But in this game, there's over 40, I believe, different sort of classes. And within that, you can really customize it to the way you want to play, so that every player can have, the class that he wants to play, which every MMO has been trying to do lately, and it looks like it actually might work in this game. There's also this new sort of parkour system, which is kind of weird once again in an MMO. Wildstar have sort of done it, but there's a real sort of free roam aspect to this game, which is great to see. Many sort of borrowed ideas, but they seem to have really refined a lot of these ideas from other games. And I know this is a big fan favorite. This could be a reason on itself to get this game. Obviously, there is housing in this game, and people love, for some reason, they love creating and building stuff in MMOs. So you can sort of create buildings and let everyone see it. You actually have it in the game. It's not like an instance world. So I think, what was that game? Arcade, I think was called, actually did that. You could have this sort of housing that everyone could see, which was really cool. You could have your own little sort of town or whatever, which was really cool. However, in this game, they're sort of taking it to the next level, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to work. And I'm really excited to see how they've sort of taken different ideas from many big games like WoW, Rift, Guild Wars 2, and put it into their game. So that's a big reason to be excited for this game. So the next reason, and this is a big reason for so many gamers out there, it's free to play. Whether you don't like games that are free to play or not, you love the fact that it's free. Everyone loves free games. That's just a fact. So the fact that this game's free, which for me, I don't know if I like. I wouldn't mind just paying the $80 or whatever for the box, just to sort of support the company and give them something to work with, because I feel like they're not going to, apart from like an in-game store, which I'm not a fan of, they're not going to be getting all that much revenue from this game to sort of get expansions and patches out. I might be wrong, but personally I'm not a fan of the free-to-play build. However, so many gamers out there absolutely love not having to pay for stuff. And I mean, we all do, really, let's be honest. So that's a massive reason for so many gamers to get this game. So that's pretty much it, guys. Check out this game if you're interested. Hopefully I've sort of persuaded you as to why this game should be a really good game. Personally, I probably will end up getting this game, because it really has took me by storm. I didn't think that I'd be so interested in it. It actually might come out on next-gen consoles, which is another big exciting thing. For me, it has the ingredients to be pretty amazing. It's really sort of addressed the problems with MMOs, and it's sort of refined a lot of great things we love in MMOs. So let me know what you guys think about this game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.